Hey friends, my name is Jake. Welcome to Canadian Cutting Edge. Yes, this is a knife sale video. My knife sales are different than on a lot of channels. I always give my financial supporters the first chance to buy any of the knives that I'm selling. They get 48 hours access to the knife sales, and then whatever's left over, you guys get to buy, those of you who are not supporters of the channel. They've had, what is it, 26, 28 hours. They've had about 28 hours access to the sale already. I'm going to show you what's left at this point, although some of these might be sold by the time you guys see this video. I've got a policies page on my knife sales. The policies page is important for you to read because you need to follow those policies, and if you don't, it causes problems. It messes things up, and I've had people do that, and it's quite annoying. I've had some guys sometimes back out on deals, and that really messes things up because that means somebody else who wanted that knife saw that there was, somebody asking for it already, and then they didn't ask for it, and then they miss out. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to the other customers if you back out on a deal. So don't ask for the knife if you don't want it. Now, if you want to ask questions about a knife, go ahead, but watch the review video. These knives are as is, as you see them on the review video. That's how you will get them. After I made the review, I put them away and don't touch them because I want to leave them in that state so that you can watch the video and know exactly what you're going to be getting. If you want sharpening, that's $5 US for sharpening. That's a screaming good deal because that's quite a bit less than I charge. The rest of the rules are all in there. Please get familiar with them. Make sure you send me your address, even if you've purchased from me before. That's the thing most people forget. Just send me your address by default. You ask for some knives, just send me your address. It saves that step. If you know that you want tracking on your shipment, say it right away, and then I don't have to email you back and ask for it. It takes a long time to just email back and forth to answer questions, ask questions, to try to get everything organized. So the more information you give me right up front, the quicker the whole process goes. So let's get over to the tabletop now and take a look at what's left, at least at this point. Okay, first off, here's this cold steel. This is the Bushman, not the Bowie style. This one's already sharpened because I sharpened it for the video, so you get it sharpened. So this is sharp. That's what you get. There's no real scratches on there. There's a little bit of scratches on there from, because I did my testing, but nothing major at all for wear on the surface on this thing. As you can see, it's in pretty good shape. The ferrocerium rod, I struck on it, I think 3 or 4 times just to test it, and that's it. Other than that, it's in great shape. Next, another one that's been sharpened. I really don't want to sell this guy, but I really do need the income to get more knives to review. The P200 by ANV with the leather sheath. Now, that's a premium price. The Kydex sheath is cheaper. So if you want this, this is another one that I've already sharpened. It does look pretty nice. It's not perfectly mirrored, but it looks pretty good. This does cost a little bit of money compared to most of my knives. The Lil Wolf D2 steel, that's the original edge on there. It's not scratched up at all, in good shape. Lil Wolf is technically what it is, but it means little wolf. The San Remu S761, and that's, in the condition that it was. I will wipe it off. I've got some fingerprints on there. I'll clean that up before I ship it. And even for this one, I'm not going to charge extra because it's, a Tanto, a two-edge, two-bevel knife. It's still the same, $5 if you want it sharpened. And some other knives. I think this is the 277. It's in great shape. Tucson, 14C28N on here. Another Tucson, what's the number? 386. Yeah, it's got that weird thumb thing there. This is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's also an end flipper, so you could just remove that if you want to. Other than that, check out the video to see exactly what shape that's in. It's pretty good. We've got the Sanran Mu 9215 in blue. It's the original factory edge. Now these factory edges are not very sharp because I've done a fair bit of testing with these. So don't think that they're new kind of sharp. They are tested. So I tested with these. So they really do need to be sharpened before they're going to be any use. And you can get my custom sharpening if you want. This guy's pretty cool. This is the 3511. CH Knives 3511. 154 cm on this thing. Just a flipper. It's a little bit heavy because that blade's pretty chunky. Look how thick that blade is. You can watch the video to learn all about that. Again, a liner lock. And then we got two knives that I'm surprised haven't gone yet. The Hearns Time. This was jade, and it's got a purple dye on it. So this is, I dyed it myself. You can see my dyeing video if you want to. 14C28N on there. It does have the factory edge, and it's a weird looking knife, but it's oddly comfortable. And you know, you can choke up and everything on this guy as well. And finally is this guy. It's another dye job. This is, I've dyed this blue. This was sort of a tan kind of color, kind of a, you know, color of cardboard is sort of what the color it was. And now it's got this beautiful blue stonewash finish, 14C28N. It's a fairly big blade. And it's not super thick behind the edge. I thought this thing was going to sell almost right away, you know, because it's a pretty good knife. If you're looking for one of these, here it is. So that's what's left. If you want to buy one of them, please send me an email. Don't send me to my old email address. My new email address, it has been new a little over a year now. I've had this address, jake@CanadianCuttingEdge.com. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And remember, friends, always cut towards your chum, not your thumb.